Good morning and greetings from Northumberland on another frosty morning, but not as frosty as we've had recently. It's Monday the 25th of January, and therefore it's the feast of the conversion of St. Paul. An important day for the church here in Northumberland, as we are dedicated to St. Paul. And as you go to kneel at the altar, you have the names of the places where Paul preached, or spoke to, from Rome to Corinth and all these other places. And it reminds me, as I walk up to the altar, of the tremendous impact that Paul had as an apostle, as a proclaimer of the gospel. And of course, it all starts, the turning point, let's say, it doesn't all really start there. Maybe it starts further back with his witnessing of the martyrdom of Stephen. But the turning point is this account we have in Acts chapter 9 of him setting off, breathing fire, wanting to destroy the Christians in Antioch. And this experience, this profound experience on the road to Antioch, which turns him around. Now, of course, we don't know what was going on in his heart before that. And sometimes people who are most violent in their opinions are sometimes like that because there is already an uncertainty within them. And so they're almost railing against their own doubts. But we don't know that. What we do know is that Paul got turned around, literally, from someone who wanted to pursue and destroy to someone who used his many, many talents and his weaknesses in following the gospel. And it is an important message for all of us. Firstly, that no one is irredeemable. Paul seemed to be the prime enemy of the Christian church at that moment. And yet he became one of the greatest proponents and missionaries and teachers, and opened Christianity up to many new possibilities, and opened many people up to the possibility of faith. So his conversion is important. But what does that mean for us? I've never had a Damascus Road experience. I've sort of muddled along in faith through all my life for 64, nearly 65 years. But there is each day a choice. How do we live? Do we live pointed towards God, following the way of Jesus? Or do we choose another way? So for each of us, there has to be, if you like, a daily conversion, a daily decision to be a follower of Jesus, to set our eyes on Jesus, to come before Jesus, and to follow him every day. So as we celebrate and commemorate the conversion of St. Paul, we pray that we may be continually converted, inspired, renewed by our faith in Jesus Christ, and that we may live it out in service to God and to each other. May God bless us all.